So yeah, I guess we had a few things that we wanted to address. So first, we've done like merging a dining room into a kitchen. So what we had before was the dining room was kind of ending up as a sort of like a storage room for our buggy and other stuff. So it wasn't actually really being used for anything. And we wanted to kind of get a bigger space with everything all together. We have two children who are kind of 3 and under, and they always want to be in the same room where you are. So whenever we were in the kitchen, they would want to be in the kitchen as well. And there's not really any space to play. Whereas now they've got like a whole area in the back with a TV there that they can play with. And then I guess the last reason was that there was a big area down the side of the house that was kind of completely unused, and so that's now forms part of the kitchen.
So that one, I think the number one concern, the number one requirement was finding somebody who's technically competent, because it was quite a big structural job that we had in mind. So it was important that we had somebody who knew what they were doing, and having had a chat with you, it was quite very clear that you knew what you were doing. And so, without trying to flatter you, it was nice talking to someone who appreciated what we were after, and clearly was very competent and knew what was going to be required and knew the complexity of the job. So that was probably the most important thing, that we weren't going to have a structure that then was going to cause us problems. And then obviously, the price needed to be within the sort of bracket that we had in mind. So that was important. I think the other thing that was also really convincing was when we sort of mentioned the experience that my other son had with his building project, and it had gone way beyond budget. And it was comforting when you said, actually, we wouldn't expect to go more than 10% beyond the budget that we've put together, and that proved to be the case. You were within the 10% of the limit, which was great. So I think those are the factors. It is the competence, the price, and the overall confidence we had in Bradley as a company, embodied in you, I suppose. Really, I find it difficult actually getting people to quote. I mean, I think you contacted us directly. I think you must have seen the planning application or something like that. That's how you heard about the job. And we did contact one or two other people, and we did ask the architect for a recommendation as well. And it was clear that yours was by far the most viable option. Yeah. I mean, no doubt. I mean, structurally, it's a great job. It sort of matched what we thought it was gonna look. I don't know, Mark and Reshmee have got a view as well, but when you sort of look at the architect's plans and you look at the final product, it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh yes, quite a good space now, and as Dad said, I mean, structurally it seems quite solid. Yes, yeah.
I quite like watching it evolve, like over the months, because we did it. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing, that we did it we almost started like within like 2 or 3 weeks of the whole country being locked down, and you managed to like get all the materials, so it kind of kept on going throughout that whole period. And we weren't actually allowed to come there when you were there, so we were just seeing like once a week, like watching what had happened. So it was quite different, I think, than how we expected it to go, but it was still like pretty much took exactly the amount of time that we thought it was going to take.
Credit to you, Colin, and your company is the fact that you were able to continue with the work throughout what must have been a very difficult situation, not only from sort of looking after your own people through the lockdown, but also procuring all the materials. So it's all credit to you that you had the contacts and you were able to get everything that you needed, because from what I could see, the lockdown didn't delay anything. You basically were able to keep going, which was to your credit.
So we have two little children, yeah, both like 3 and 1. So having like the additional space really kind of helps. So when we are in the kitchen, even like working, because currently we're just like working from home. So it's a little bit easier if we just like one corner in the kitchen working, and then we just have like the whole space running around and playing. So it's been yeah, that helped quite a lot, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no doubt in my mind. You know what you're doing, and you know, you've got some very good people working for you, very competent people, and you know, people like Jack are a real diamond. Really efficient at keeping us up to date and keeping us appraised of progress. I mean, I think one sort of interesting point from my point of view is that when we were getting into the project, we assumed that we'd sort of need designs to go to talk to a builder about. That was my sort of work. That was my sort of starting point. Well, we need some plans, then we can go and talk to a builder. So with hindsight, it might have been a bit easier if we'd come to you right at the very start, and then you'd done the architectural work as well. But you know, we weren't aware that was an option.